Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is PoppinCulture. My guest today is comedian Donovan Stroud. He's the host of the Don't Go Postal podcast. He's also the co-host of the DPS podcast. Thank you so much for coming back.
Dude, thank you so much for having me.
Man, this is good. Donovan was here for my first ever episode of PoppinCulture. Man, I'm so happy to have you back. Donovan's a hilarious comedian, and if you live in North South Carolina, make sure you check him out. I didn't ask you last time you were on the podcast, but one thing I like to ask comedians, a lot of people focus on bombing, but I'm more focused on succeeding. So when was the first time you killed, and how did it feel?
I'm not sure about like the first time. There's one specific that I'm thinking of, which was a competition that somebody was booking out in Charlotte, and he had like 2 different nights of the competition, and this one night in particular I wanted to sign up for. And he was like, this lineup is pretty heavily stacked. He was like, there's a really good comedians on this lineup. Like, I can get you another day. And I was like, no, put me on that. And I go there, and I did terrific. Like, nice. I absolutely did terrific. It was the best that I had ever done at the time. And it was the video that I sent out to all of the comedy festivals and stuff. Like, that was my best 5 minutes. And I didn't win that night for the competition. I thought I could have placed in like the top 4, but I did not.
What do you think? People brought people? People
did bring people. I don't want to blame anything. It's just like it's whatever. But cool moment from that was just like killing, and also like they gave out a piece of paper to everybody before the show with everybody's names on it, and I heard somebody at the other table just read my name. And they were like, Donovan Stroud, wow, that sounds like a comedian's name. And that was just like such a good ego boost, And I think that's one of the things that propelled me to do so well in the set.
Nice.
Amongst other things, my timing was great and all that.
Did you, is it one of those shows where you felt like that was your crowd?
I'm not sure. It was mostly older people. I would say from like 30 to 40 was the age range. And I don't know what my crowd is yet still. I'm trying to figure that out. And I don't do the best job of paying attention of like people in the crowd. So I'm not sure.
Okay. Have you ever had that feeling with anything else you've done before?
No other thing I've done in life is like compared other than like love, just like loving someone is like deeply emotionally in love with someone. There's like a good feeling with that.
Of course. Yeah.
I would compare that to killing.
Nice. That's a great answer. I haven't got that answer yet. That's a great answer. Most people just go with sex, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, obviously, if you love somebody and there's an emotional connection, the sex is going to be great too. So.
I mean, yeah, of course. That goes hand in hand. Yeah. I don't know why I went with like family when you said I forgot all about wives and girlfriends. Yeah, that's right. I love my girlfriend. I mean, I love my future wife too. I don't know why I went with family. I was just like, I love my mom the same way. And like the way you said sex, I was like, oh no. Sorry, I was thinking 2 different things. Love. Yeah, definitely love.
So does your mom know about this?
There's nothing for her to know.
No, about your podcast.
I don't talk to her, so I don't know.
That's right. We just established that during Don't Go Postal.
Yeah.
Because she's Lutheran and you're not anymore.
No, she's a Jehovah's Witness.
Why did I say Lutheran? I know exactly why I said Lutheran. It's because I was talking to somebody on my mail route the other day who's Lutheran.
What's a Lutheran?
It's mostly like, it's like Anglo-Saxon. It's like old-timey type of church.
Is it based on the Bible, or is it a different religion?
Yeah, it's based on the Bible.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Yeah, Lutheran. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't know what that is. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
Did you just like avoid religion since that?
No, man. I actually went to a few churches. I went to a Mormon church. I ain't going back there. They were super nice, but it was like the weird way they told me like black people couldn't be Mormons till now didn't sit with me well. It was okay if they were like segregated because everything was segregated. But when they was like, oh no, they just couldn't be it back then. And I was like, wow, really? Okay.
Jesus.
I don't plan on coming back. Thank you for being so nice.
Did you have to go to Utah where their base is?
No, I want to say I went to Charleston. I think I went to one in Charleston. But no, it wasn't. It's a very new religion, so it was just they were super nice. It was just when they said it out loud, I was like, it was one of those things I thought people would pull me to the side, but they were just like, nah, we just didn't think you guys could be it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's weird when it's like people are upfront with it, and it's like you don't realize what you're saying right now.
I realized I was the only black person in there, so I knew I couldn't be like, hey, what you mean? I was just like, oh, really? Okay, all right. Well, you know what? The X is over there. I got.
Yeah.
I just got to make it over there.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy. Man, but thank you again for coming back, man. Man, I really didn't think this podcast, like, I would still be doing episodes this long, man, to be honest with you. But thanks to you, man. When I first asked you to come on the podcast, you were like, yeah, sure. Like, it was like I was happy about that because for a second, I really thought you might be like, me, the first person? Like, let me talk to you when you got about 10 episodes in. But, like, you were down to do it. And I really appreciate that.
I mean, just from talking about the competition, it's just like I'm always willing to go where I'm probably out of my element, or go where it's like, what is the phrase I'm looking for? It's like when you're above your water, or the water is above your head. What is it called?
I think that's what they say. Water above the head. I'm not sure.
There's something specific. It's fine.
True. We're not going to linger too much on the first episode, but one thing I did want to bring up was, do you remember the dumb question I asked you?
Which one? I'm just kidding.
No, that's true. That's true. I started this podcast off weird as I don't know what.
I'm just kidding.
I think I asked, I looked right at it before we started this, actually, and I asked you, when you hear the words pop culture, what comes to mind?
Yeah, that's not a weird question. I mean,
you gave me the best answer ever. You're just like, I don't know. I'm a white guy, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it's something that's like so important, like culture, and I the pop part in front of it, I guess, is what threw me off, because like pop to me is just like popular. Obviously, that's the abbreviation of it, but like that part to me is just like I've always kind of avoided, like. Sure, like when I was younger, like I wanted to be popular and stuff. And then there's like the culture aspect, which is kind of like all encompassing. It's you know what I mean?
Hmm?
But I never fully like grasped it, and I still don't. Like I don't understand how it's like how culture changes, because I think it changes naturally. It's just like things happen, like with COVID, it's just like we're all accustomed to putting something over our face and staying away from people now. Like that's a normal thing. Yeah. And this is like that's a part of culture now, which is bullshit.
Well, when you suggest, well, I would make the suggestion that we influence popular culture on even like the masks. If you notice, people like start like putting things on masks as soon as that became like the norm. Like you would see, like I've seen like 5 Dragon Ball Z masks. I've seen a bunch of Batman masks. It's like if it's something that deals with pop culture, we'll definitely put a stamp on anything.
Well, that's capitalism, really. It's people trying to make a dime.
True.
It's a new material, you know what I mean? It's just like a new venue. And I think that's what a lot of people are in search of. It's just like something new, and the ways to capitalize on it.
Nice.
It's just like with video games, like a new video game comes out, you want to download it, be the best at it immediately. And
then find out that it's broken. CD Projekt Red.
Shout out to that broken game.
Yeah. Oh, you've played it?
No. It sounds like you are not enjoying it.
Bought it the first day.
What is it called?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah? I heard that was... What? It's not good?
Maybe if they fix the bugs, it might be good. But right now, I can't play it.
Man.
Sorry, buddy.
No, I mean, you got a serious issue with Cyberpunk.
Man, I streamed it on Twitch, and like I only have like 18 followers, but like one of my followers was just like, "Stop playing the game," and I just looked at it, and I was just like, I agree. So I stopped playing it.
Video games can really be addicting.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Have you ever been addicted to a game?
Yeah.
Which one?
Call of Duty for a while when I was younger.
Which one?
I mean, you name it. I started out Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think that was the first one I played, Call of Duty 4. And then there was like Call of Duty World at War after that, I think. And then World at War 2, World at War 3, or whatever. I don't remember the name. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 2 was a big one. Yeah. I've always been, ever since my dad came home with a PlayStation, for me and my brother, it was just, I don't want to say downhill, but it was the start of, I've always just been really intrigued by it.
Okay.
Video games is just so, like, it's in a way like relaxing, like turning off my brain, but it's also like very on. My brain's very on. It's hard to explain.
All right. And guys, we'll be discussing video games and how it's influenced pop culture. So my first game system was Sega Genesis.
Okay.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I thought I was older than you. All right.
No, I had a Sega Genesis also for a while, and there was like a snowboarding game on there that I would play.
Man, the only thing I remember, I had a Batman game, and for some reason my mom bought me and my brother a Mortal Kombat game.
Dude.
And the one on Sega Genesis showed blood. So literally she just walked past the room on this big TV, this big block TV. I'm just chopping the guy in the neck and blood is just shooting out. And she's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "That's your purchase." I remember
fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you remember? Were you with them when they bought the Sega? Like they bought the game system, so you said they just brought them home.
No, he brought it home, and I think after that it was just like we would go with him, like to buy games and stuff. And as far as like stuff like Mortal Kombat, it's just like I remember. My brother he is 2 years 9 months older than me, and very specific. I don't know why I keep that number in my head. I guess that's important.
No,
but he had.
That's man. That's good. You got that kind of memory, man. That's cool.
I mean, it's one of those numbers that just stays in your brain,
Yeah. Don't you hate when that happens? Because like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
No, I just hate when you have like numbers and phrases in your head. Because anytime somebody says 369, I literally go, "That bitch fine." It's like it took me like I hate it. Like
no, that's well worth it. The build up for that.
Not when you're at the bank. Go ahead.
Grand Theft Auto, man, like that game, ready to mature. You can,
everything.
Bang some prostitutes and see the car just like wobbling and here, just like
What noise does it make? Man, I remember I wanted to play Grand Theft Auto 3 so bad, but like my cousin had it. I watched him play it, but I was like, "There's no way that's coming in my mom's house." So like, when I went over his house, that and Metal Gear Solid, the first one on PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
I fell in love with Metal Gear Solid, man. I used to go to my cousin's house and play that all the time.
I'd watch my brother play the mature games. I wouldn't. I was actually scared to watch or to play Grand Theft Auto because it seemed so eerie. Okay. I remember that. It's just like every time I'd watch him, it'd be like raining or something. And just like lonely, kind of like dark, eerie, and it was something about that was just like, I guess I was just too young, to like really get into it.
Nice.
But I did enjoy watching him play. Just didn't play it myself, and I wish I would have never played. I wish I would have never got into video games. Actually,
why?
Because I just feel like I've literally spent years of my life, literal years of my life playing video games.
Don't you think you have great memories?
Memories from video games?
I have great Halo 3 memories.
As far as like being and like talking to people, sure, because like there was like a community and stuff that I would play with, but in the game, actually, like the actual gameplay, I think it all just kind of runs together because I try to be the best at every game.
Okay, I got you.
And Grand Theft Auto was fun and stuff, but I like the competition aspect of it more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. Like, I'll be sweating like a try hard.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? Like,
Okay. I've seen that. I've never sweated, but I've seen that like the Major League Gaming, those competitions. I've seen it, but I've never
Yeah.
like sweated before.
I would need to like wear a hoodie if I was in like a professional competition, because like it's not up here. It's not really anything you can see. It's just profusely straight from my armpit. It's just like all.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like that sounds badass to me. I'm sorry. That's cool. I've never got like that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, seriously. And like, I'm playing a game right now called Mobile Legends. It's a mobile game on your phone, and
I've seen the ads on YouTube. Yeah.
dude, it's so fun. It's like 5 versus 5, and there's 3 lanes. I think I talked about this in the podcast episode with you, the first one, but who knows? Whatever. And like, as far as like addiction goes, I've kind of tried to like find a way to not be upset about playing it, and right now that's recording it. I got a thing where I record the gameplay, and I'm going back over and putting like comedic commentary behind it, and I'm going to start a gaming channel soon.
Nice, man. Well, let me know, man. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
You said you haven't created the gaming channel yet?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Not in the works.
All right, but you guys make sure you keep an eye open for the gaming channel.
Thanks, man.
No problem. To go back to the consoles, this is how I know I'm old. I got my first PlayStation from Sears.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they only had like dryers.
Yeah, I'm old, man. So where did you get your first, when you went with your family, where did you get your first game system?
Whew.
I'm sorry, I got my Sega Genesis and PlayStation 1 from Sears. I think they had like a good
Bed Bath & Beyond. Man.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, of course. that Beyond is hard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you remember the first console you bought yourself?
Probably an Xbox 360. Or, I don't know, man. I wasn't self-sufficient until very late in the game. Shoot. I would say probably every console I had up until like I was 23, 24, I bought a PlayStation for myself. It was like a PlayStation 3.
Okay.
You know,
that was the last system I bought too. I literally took a good hiatus from video games until I got my PC, and I made sure I bought a gaming PC. That way I was like, well, I got both, the best of both.
right, yeah. And that's cool because you can use that for
Everything.
PC for everything.
Yeah.
Do you use it for editing the videos?
I actually use my iPhone right now, but I am going to have to go ahead and get Adobe. And just because I was debating to get a MacBook, that way, because I know how to use iMovie well, but everybody was like, you got to use Adobe. Like iMovie, it's good for right now, but if I want to upgrade these videos, it's got to be a better camera and a better editing software. So,
I mean, iMovie, if it does the job, it does the job. I know a guy that has a YouTube channel, and that's all he does is just iMovie.
nice.
I'm trying to stay on track. Sorry.
No problem.
Trying to keep this. It is yours. I'm not trying to
No,
facilitate.
dude, wait, no. I want you comfortable, man. I just thank you for coming back. When it comes to trilogies, do you feel like you like one and done, or do you like when games go like keep going on, like a franchise keeps adding games?
I like it when they add on to it. I was infatuated with Assassin's Creed in the first one with Altair.
Yep.
Cool character.
Did you like the end? End of his story, not the end of the game, but the end of his storyline.
The end of his storyline. It ended with just that first game, right? Like that was it. Or I think they had him like cameos in the other ones, but I don't remember exactly how it ended.
I'm talking about his grandson. That guy.
Oh, Desmond.
Yes.
I did like all the stuff with Desmond. Yeah. I especially liked it when you could like actually start doing stuff outside of the Animus, where like he started getting some of his assassin powers.
Yep.
And that was cool.
Yeah, I was like, this is what they need. I was like, this is like Splinter Cell times 10 right now.
Right. And that franchise, like that trilogy, or it was more than 3. It was It was a lot.
Yeah, they're racking up like Maddens.
I haven't played any of the new ones. I did like the Native American one. I've always loved Native American culture and respect it and stuff. And like seeing Connor, the Native American guy, in that, and just like how he was a hybrid. You know, he was a white guy mixed with Native American. And just like I think they nailed it. It's just like as far as like the stigma behind that back then, of just like somebody who was mixed breed. It's beside the point. Why am I talking about race?
It's okay. In your opinion, which franchise do you believe is better, Splinter Cell or Metal Gear Solid?
Whew.
That's a right or wrong answer right now. I'm joking.
I've always enjoyed Splinter Cell more.
Really?
Metal Gear Solid was always too difficult for me.
Oh, okay. That's why. Okay.
And I honestly didn't play that much of either.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I did play more Splinter Cell, and that's where the vote's coming in.
I got you. I played both, but I was just like a diehard, like until like they ruined it with the last one they had, the multiplayer or whatever they tried to do. But I definitely enjoyed the Metal Gear Solid. Even when the story was like super crazy, I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna ride with this. This is still pretty cool.
Speaking of Die Hard, that was like one of the first games that actually I started playing. It was an arcade game, you know, it's like with the joystick, Die Hard. And my brother played soccer at this like indoor facility, and they had these games to the side. So the whole time he's playing soccer, I'm like, I don't want to support you. I want to support this.
Yeah.
Go and play that along with Mortal Kombat. I was never good at the arcade Mortal Kombat, or even like.
Me either. I think that was just right before our time. I think that's why we weren't good at it.
Man, it's a whole another level to be able to just like.
It doesn't feel natural.
It takes practice, I think. You know, just get like a lot of quarters as well.
It's like, why are we standing? Right.
Yeah.
My favorite arcade game of all time is Time Crisis. You step on a pedal and shoot things. They made 3 of them. Oh, I beat the first one when I went to Disney World. Time Crisis is my favorite arcade game.
What about Rampage?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
Destroy some buildings.
Yes. I mean, like, that. It's like if they had just licensed that to, like, whoever owns Godzilla, that game could have just become even better.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the movie?
I didn't watch it, man. There's plenty of chances to watch Rampage. It's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be a big fan of him, but I just think, you know, it's like beating a dead horse after a while. It's just like you've done so many of the same shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like John Cena's doing the same thing The Rock did. Like, if you literally look at his catalog of movies, you'll be like, yeah, John Cena's doing what The Rock did.
I don't consider him... Oh, he's funny. I'll give him that. John Cena's funny.
Yeah. But I will give Rock his credit. He paid his dues. Do you remember his first acting role? He didn't talk? The
first one I remember of him was The Scorpion King.
Well, before The Scorpion King.
No, The Mummy. He was in The Mummy as like a...
Yes, that movie. And he had no talking parts. No talking parts and horrible CGI.
That CGI was worse than Space Jam's animation.
Nah, that was PlayStation 2 CGI. I was like, he's not gonna make it through that wall.
It's so interesting to see CGI that's done right, and then there's like shit that's like absolutely horrible. Like that, you're right. Like that mummy scene with him, absolutely horrible.
Yeah, but I just remember because I was a fan of wrestling a little bit because my uncle. I just watched my uncle, and my uncle was hyped for him to be in that movie, and I just remember my uncle was like, "They're not gonna let him talk," and I was like, "Yep, no." And then he got his own movie, so it worked out for him.
Mm-hmm. I did play a lot of wrestling games too.
Man,
those are always fun.
That was the first game I think I ever played where like I was able to choose what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and creating a character, you know, just making them absurd looking was always fun, and the matches. I used to love the matches where you could like a street fight.
Yep.
Just break a chair or break a table over somebody's face.
Yeah. I was talking to Ryan Peacha on the podcast. We talked about wrestling, and he was telling me like the new wrestling games are apparently horrible.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was like they really went downhill. Like Their EA apparently they're very glitchy. So hopefully they can fix that in the future.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, because the ones I remember playing, even the PlayStation 1 and definitely PlayStation 2, like they nailed it. Like it felt like you were like you were like watching the show.
And I think it's your choice is just like whether you want to play a game for fun, which I think a lot of games provide that. Most of them are just really fun. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that is like the whole point of it, right? Is just to have fun.
Yeah, every game I believe that's on your phone is made for you just to have fun. I don't think they take most games on mobile serious, except for the one you're talking about.
I think a lot of them do, because like I think people do like want to be able to say or like to be able to like have just like something on display for people to know that they're good at. And I think that's something as far as culture. It's just like people want to be good at things.
Yeah, definitely. People want to be noticed. Some people, I won't say all, but a great majority want to be noticed.
Right, and then there's some people that want to be the best but don't want recognition for it.
Yes, very true. I tried to get into StarCraft 2, which I'm a big fan of the game, but like as soon as I started playing online, I was like, oh no, there's levels. I will not.
Yeah.
There is no. I can only hope to be good.
Yeah, it's real humbling.
Yeah,
Like,
real fast.
Especially with the standing Mortal Kombat game, the arcade.
Yeah.
It's like you play against someone that's like good, and it's like, what the heck? I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. In the recent year, I've got into pinball, and I love playing pinball. I get pretty good scores, but when I see someone that knows how to play, I'm always like, yeah, I'm not doing it right.
Right. There's levels to it, like you said.
Yeah.
And there's a learning curve and all that, yada, yada, yada. But that's part of like playing a game is just like getting past that learning curve. Because a lot of the time, like you see a learning curve and it's like, I don't feel like investing into it. And it's like, I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I think now, so many things out there, so many like things available. It's just like if you don't want to commit to a game and get past the learning curve, you can just move on to something else.
If you ever played a game and you were like, I'm good at this, and then you learned you weren't.
Oh yeah.
I went to my first Super Smash Brothers tournament in West Columbia.
I already know.
Bro.
That was GameCube?
Yeah, they had it at no, the place shut down because of COVID.
No, GameCube.
Yeah, but they played on the GameCube.
Yeah.
But they let you bring your own controller. It was played on the Wii, but you could use the GameCube controller. But it was a tournament. It was like a 30-man tournament where everybody paid $10 to get in. And I was confident, man. I was like, I'm good at this. Bro, got knocked out in like 38 seconds. He beat me with Kirby. That would hurt the most.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Kirby's good. Don't sleep on Kirby.
Apparently, man. Apparently. I had Link. I thought I had it.
Dude, I got handed so many L's from my brother with Super Smash Brothers because we had the GameCube and the two controllers, and we're both sitting there. It's the same screen. That's what's actually like really cool about Super Smash Brothers. It's just like when you're playing with 1, 2, 3, or 4 people, even
same system.
It's the same system, same screen. Like you're playing the screen. There's no split screen.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hated about playing with like Call of Duty or whatever.
Or every driving game.
Yeah. What is it? Not Super Mario Brother, but the driving
I only played Gran Turismo, so
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario
wow.
Kart.
How do we forget that? Yeah, right.
That was Nintendo 64.
They probably made one for every system now.
Yeah. I remember community college, my roommate had a Nintendo 64 retro, dude. Just playing Super Smash Brothers, being drunk and high and, losing.
So how you... Humble brag. When it comes to the healthy lifestyle of gaming, do you think it becomes unhealthy?
To a point, yeah. I mean, if you are playing to a point where it's like you feel bad about playing this much, that's when you should reel it back. And then like you start to get headaches, probably should reel it back. There's definitely like signifiers that let you know that it's starting to become unhealthy. Like when you're getting toxic and angry, that's when you need to take it back. It's like, all right, time for a video game break.
15-year-old me played games so much that I think that whole summer I pissed nothing but Mountain Dew Live Wire. Thank you for knowing what that is.
Yeah, it's the video game drink.
Yeah,
because it's entirely fictional.
Sugar. Yeah. No, Mountain Dew Live Wire was an orange Mountain Dew.
I'm saying like fictional as in like being a drink, because it's not even a drink. It's just like you know what I mean? It's
it's crazy now though. They have energy drinks dedicated just to gamers.
I mean, yeah, they gotta appeal to those people.
But that's you don't think that's wild? Like that's crazy that like they're marketing strictly to them. Like it's not like 5 Hour Energy where it's like you gotta get through the last few hours of your job. It's like, no, this is gonna help to keep your mind centered so you can keep playing.
Yeah, I think that's because people that play video games are probably the closest to becoming cyborgs. Seriously, think about it. It's just like that transition from human to part machine is going to happen. It's inevitable, and people aren't going to be, okay with it at first. We've seen shit on Shark Tank where people bring up like implants, and it's like, yeah, we have an implant. You put it in your brain, and they're like, whoa, this is too soon. Like that. It's going to happen.
I think that could possibly happen. I really hope it doesn't. In Greenville and Charlotte, and I think a few other places, they have actually like 3D like simulator arcades where you like can like put the over your eyes and you simulate and you can drive and shoot. And honestly, after playing the one in Greenville, it didn't seem as fun as just playing normal.
The closer we can get to detaching from this reality of like sitting here and talking to someone, the better as far as video game marketing is concerned. Because with everything that's going on, all the horrible shit, who wouldn't want to escape?
I don't know, man. After watching Ready Player One, I don't think that's the answer.
I was about to watch that today. I'm surprised. That's so interesting you said that. I haven't seen it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch it.
And Steven Spielberg. That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. Great transition of Steven Spielberg. How do you feel about video game when movies are adapted into video games?
When movies are adapted into video games?
Yeah, like this is the tie-in video game for the movie. How do you feel about those games?
Like, say that again?
Okay, like the tie-in movies. I mean, the games that are made for video.
Do you have an example?
Iron Man, Thor, Shrek video game. The video games that are based off the movie.
Okay, I get what you mean. Like the movie was first and then the game. Yeah. I can't think of that many off the top of my head.
My favorite would be Lion King, but I can't really say
I didn't play that game.
It was on Sega Genesis, so.
Let's see. If it's like a good enough movie, like there are some movies where it's like they need to turn this into a video game, like Space Jam. Just kidding. But I'm only thinking of the Mario Brothers movie that absolutely failed.
Yo, wow. I just learned like a week and a half ago that's the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the other guy that played Luigi is
good actor, real good actor.
John Leguizamo.
Yep.
The same guy.
Yep. Good actor, man. It was sad. They were drinking on the set of that movie. Like majority of that time, they said they were just drinking.
They weren't happy to be in it. I bet. I'm sure that's the case.
I did like I'm not gonna lie. I always laugh though when I see there was like Mario, like their last name was Mario. That's why they're the Mario Brothers. Right. It was like I don't know. I asked to know this, but it's good to know their last name is Mario. I guess that makes sense.
Lacking originality, I would say on that. Mario, come up with some cool Italian name.
But they were the Mario Brothers, so I guess it's like you needed their last name to be Mario. I just thought that was funny.
Luigi Mario
and Mario.
Is that something they did for the movie, or is that?
Yeah, that's a part of the movie.
that's one reason why it failed.
I mean, it's corny, but I laugh every time I see it. It's not much that I laugh. It's a great drinking game movie.
When would you drink?
I'd probably die.
No, I'm saying like when would you take a drink? Like what happens?
When something dumb happens, I guess.
Oh, if you did it when something dumb was said or happened,
you'll black out within 3 minutes.
Yeah, but we're both sober.
Yeah,
I'm working on it now.
Yeah, I'm 9 months in now, so
I'm about a week.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm proud of you.
And you are going to be my little sobriety accountability partner or whatever.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I told you, always just call me, man. If you need help, let me know.
I think that's something as far as like addiction too is knowing when something is unhealthy for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely people I've read about World of oh man, having a tough time with words. World of Warcraft. They've had to like literally like people go to therapy to stop playing that game.
That's if you work and you don't have anything else going on, like I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just like you work, you come home, you play your game. Like if you're okay and not beating yourself up about it, that's something you find fun. You have a community of friends, you know what I mean, that you don't have in real life. I understand. Like I definitely understand.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where like I played the game twice. I didn't find it addictive, but at the same time, you don't keep 10 million players by not being kind of addictive.
Oh, yeah. And multiple expansions. And for those that don't know what that is, it's just like adding on to it. Yeah. It's just continuing.
They're the king of that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can clearly remember, I think it was 2010 or 2011, there was a big buzz about them upping the level. I think you could only go to level 70. And then they were like, yeah, you can go up to level 99. It was like, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 29 levels. That's it.
Yeah, but people would grind just to get those 29 levels.
See, that's one thing that I just don't find very fun in games. Like Skyrim. I played a lot of Skyrim, and I wanted to have a great character in a very short amount of time. And so I would try and YouTube, like, quick ways to get to the high level. And it's like, you look it up, and you got to do the same shit literally over and over again until you are a high level, and it's like, who finds this fun? And it's like, I get it once there's a payoff. I get it. I just never desired the payoff enough to do that, because I would always just like make a new character. Just be like, this is getting boring, I'm gonna try something else. And that's always been a thing for me too, is just like always wanting something new. And go ahead.
No, I'm listening, bud.
I thought you were about to say something. Mobile Legends, though, that's probably like the longest I've stuck with a game.
Is it because it's free?
It's free, although I have spent money on it.
Does that help you level up, I guess?
You can buy new characters.
Okay, I got you.
And
like the Fortnite thing. I got you.
I'm not sure. You can buy characters when you
can buy new skins. So, like, let's say Predator, Black Panther, you just have to pay like $7, and now you have a new skin for your character.
Yeah, they have skins on there, and new characters and other stuff you can buy. It's not anything that's like game breaking though. That's the only thing I hated about games, is just like when you can pay and have, like, especially like card collecting games where it's like you're trying to build the best deck, and it's like all you gotta do is just drop $100.
Yep.
And then you'll have the best deck, and you'll be able to beat anybody.
Yeah, that's what got me out of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
It's because I was just like, oh, so it's not really everybody can beat everybody. It's like if you have these certain number of cards and you can play these certain cards, like you're more likely to win. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to have to go to this shop and buy that exact card 3 times.
People like fair, man. People like things that aren't overpowered. People also like things that are overpowered, because like when you are playing with someone that's like an overpowered character, that shit can be fun. It's like just absolutely destroying the other team.
Plus, I've always had bad luck with card games, though. Like, I was one of the few people that, like, I lost twice in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they had all 5 pieces of us. Sodia? I think that was his name in Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Nope.
Okay.
It's one thing where it's just like, there were some things that were too nerdy for me. I didn't want to accept that I was a nerd.
Okay, I got you. I soaked it all in. But to go back to Skyrim, man, I'm a big Fallout fan. Like I like all Fallouts. Yeah. So when it comes to me, like Fallout New Vegas is still like my number one video game. It's like
Did you play Fallout 4?
Of course. I beat it like 4 times. I actually have it on my computer. That was literally the first game I bought on Steam.
I did love the multiple endings of Fallout 4 and the building. I really liked that. Just like I used to play Sims a little bit when I was younger. Just like that kind of like building and creating aspect, because in Fallout 4 is just like you can create an entire base and put whoever you want in it, like, and you know, give them their own clothes and assign them to do things. It's like, hey, you're gonna be harvesting these melons, fucker. You know, go over here. You know, it's like that kind of directing in a way I think is appealing in games.
Yeah.
Because you're giving somebody power in that way, whereas in reality they might not have it. And I think that that's also appealing aspect of gaming. It's just like being able to tell people what to do.
Yeah. And
be able to control things, because in real life you can't control what happens. You could wreck and die, and that's out of your control.
Yeah. You can't see your body flop around and stuff. You're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no respawn. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we just went deep. Yeah.
Well, why not?
Yeah. But yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast again, man. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
The two of you out there, appreciate it for checking out every podcast I do, and thank you for listening. Thanks for tuning into PoppinCulture, dude. You are moving along. So many episodes now.
Man, anytime you want to come back, please let me know.
We'll have to do Indian in the Cupboard. That movie review.
Definitely. Let them know where they can follow you.
Donovan Stroud Comedy on Instagram. I'll let you know everything you need to know on that. So,
all right, and don't forget to check out the Don't Go Postal podcast and also the DPS podcast.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh, no problem. Just make sure. But yeah, guys, he puts a lot of work in. One of the hardest workers I know. He has an open mic that will be every Wednesday at the Sandbar in Irmo, South Carolina. Make sure you guys go and support. Thank you again for coming on the podcast, and you guys have an amazing day.
Thank you.